love you for infinity.
Hello there, welcome back to the channel. Recently I had a buddy of mine reach out, Cole Weathers, and he said, hey, can you make me some mini Loki horns like the Sylvie horns from the Loki show? So I made a test print and sent him this video.
Hey man, what do you think of the weathered look of gold rub and buff? This is my test print. Yours will hopefully turn out a little nicer, right? It took a lot more time sanding yours.
And he said he liked that, so I went and finished them real nice, and here is the finished product that I sent to Cole, and he really liked it. But since then, I have made some upgrades, and I bought myself an airbrush. This is actually a video of me using the airbrush for the first time. I think I was recording this and sending it over to Benji to show him my new airbrush, and I was just kind of playing around. But I've learned this process from a YouTube channel called Off Earth 3D, where he does gold in a very particular way. He does a candy gold coat over a chrome, and it's supposed to give you a very nice shiny looking gold. So I took my test print, painted it with the Duralumin, and then I painted it with the candy gold, and here's a couple videos of what that looked like in different lights.
Okay. Rub and buff. Candy golden yellow over Duralumin. Very different lights.
And then I put it in some different lighting with some green accent lights.
Rub and buff side. And candy golden yellow side over chrome.
Which looks awesome.
Rub and buff, candy golden yellow.
So I really like that. I wanted to, do this effect on a whole prop. So I printed the President Loki horns from Mystery Makers. By the way, the Sylvie horns were also from Mystery Makers, and it comes in different variations with the broken horn and stuff like that, like Sylvie had in the show. I'm a huge fan of Mystery Maker Studios on Etsy, so if you're looking for an STL of this kind of stuff, you can find them there. I'm also a Patreon of Mystery Makers, so you could also reach out to me and I could make something for you. But anyway, so here is the full process. So I printed my Loki horns, and I finished them in the usual fashion where I did the glazing spot putty on it, and then filler primer sand. And anyway, so it got to me to this point. Now I'm hitting this with some all-clad gloss black, and again, this is only the second time I'm using the airbrush, so I'm still learning this thing, and you need to use different PSIs depending on what you're painting. So sometimes you want to use a thicker paint with a higher PSI, or a thinner paint and a lower PSI. I forget, I might have that totally backwards, but I'm still learning. But anyway, it turned out pretty good on this. But anyway, I did the gloss black, and then I did a 2K clear over it. I didn't film that, but here it is right here after putting the 2K clear on it. So it's a nice, very shiny black, and now I'm moving into the Duralumin step. So Duralumin is a lot like a Lumiluster from what I understand. So a Lumiluster is really expensive. That's the stuff that you see on The Mandalorian. Maybe someday, if I get good enough at painting and stuff, I'll invest in some Lumiluster. But the fact that I'm still learning right now, I can get this stuff for pennies on the dollar compared to a Lumiluster. But so again, depending on if your PSI is right, and the amount of paint you're putting through the brush is right, and your distance to the prop is right, and you kind of have to get all of these criteria, all these different variables dialed in just right for that chrome finish to be beautiful. And I think I actually did pretty good at it, and then decided to do another coat and totally ruined it. So it was nice and chrome looking. And I thought that I just needed to use more paint for more coverage. I should have just taken a step back and looked at it and, really gauged whether I thought that chrome was looking good or not before I did the second coat. But oh well, I learned you have to let a little bit of that black show through in order to get that really nice mirror finish. I still ended up with there's that nice mirror finish. That was after the first coat. Now you can see after 2 coats, it's a lot duller. So if you look at it there, you can see it looks like it's been painted silver. It you know, not very chromy anymore, if chromy's a word. But anyway, I decided, you know, just to continue forward and do the candy gold over the over Duralumined prop. So anyway, I think it's still going to turn out pretty decent, so I'm moving forward. With the candy gold, so this is called Golden Yellow, Candy Golden Yellow from Allclad. And this is like a candy lacquer paint. The trick with these is that you're just adding a little bit of tone, color, tint, like you're kind of tinting it, that chrome. So you have to work in extremely light layers, and you'll see, you know, from where I started painting it to where it is now, you're starting to see that color. But where it started, it looked like I was barely putting anything on. And there's a couple places like where the horn's attached that maybe I sat there a little too long with the airbrush and I got a little too much color. But you know, I could experiment with different golds over chrome, and I really like this effect. It looks nice. It looks really nice. But anyway, so that's our finished product. I had made that TikTok video and put it on YouTube, and Isaac Woodruff reached out and said, hey, I have a character that would look really good with horns, like a cosplay character. So I've sent these to him. I actually don't even have them in hand where I could film myself talking tonight. I just had to use photos and videos of me working on it in the past. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you're into this cosplay stuff that I've been making, as well as I got some lightsaber reviews coming up and some other props that I built. Hey, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.